potentially facing several years in prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. We have more, but Cenk, when you looked into this story, what are your 2 cents?
Okay, so guys, and when I see a story like this, and it actually, yes, it includes Jussie Smollett on the other side, I think, God, just please be skeptical. Don't believe this crap right away. There's one thing in this story that was a dead giveaway. I'll tell you what that is after Jordan tells you what happened.
Now, some of the images we'll show might seem graphic, but please know that the US attorney alleges that these are all fake. This is Natalie Green, a 26-year-old former congressional staffer to Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew. In July of this year, Natalie's unnamed accomplice called 911 and claimed she was brutally attacked by 3 men. She says they zip-tied her hands and carved things like Trump whore and Van Drew is a racist. And you can see those carvings here. They were attacking her. They were like talking about politics and stuff. They were like calling her names, the co-conspirator allegedly told the 911 operator, adding that the attackers had referred to Green and her work for Van Drew. When police arrived on the scene, she was zip-tied and on the ground. And you can see that image here. But after investigating her story, it fell apart. They found out she allegedly paid a body modification artist $500 to make lacerations all over her body. And several days later, after receiving medical treatment for her wounds, Green was again asked to describe her alleged attack to law enforcement officers, including an agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Interviews of Green and the co-conspirator did not match. Investigators used cell tower locations to obtain video footage and evidence that she went to a dollar store in Ventnor to purchase zip ties. Investigators also found similar zip ties in her car. Green was charged with conspiring and falsely reporting to law enforcement on Wednesday by the U.S. Attorney's Office in New Jersey. She faces a total of 10 years in prison and $500,000 in fines, plus 6 years of supervised release if charged to the maximum extent on each charge, if sentenced to the maximum extent, rather. Time will tell, because the acting U.S. attorney in New Jersey is Trump's favorite lawyer, Alina Habba. Cenk, what do you make of this story?
Pardon incoming. That's what I make of this story. Okay, here's one of the 2 dead giveaways. Trump whore. That's not how people on the left talk. Okay, like it's such an obvious case of projection. All right, now, okay, what would we call them if we were gonna carve them up? We'd be like Biden whore, right? That's what they probably say the same thing. Let's go Trump whore, right? I don't know any progressive that talks like that. So like, okay, yeah, there are mental people in the world, but less likely. And then Van Drew's a racist. Oh man, if I had $1 for every progressive talking about how they hate Van Drew, I would have $0. No, well, I think we once did a story about him and he's a little kooky, but really people were so animated by Jeff Van Drew and they decided to carve up his staffer. Less likely, okay? Guys, this is something left over from the old days from Ben Mankiewicz, right? When he and I used to co-host. Ben had a great nose for fake stories. It was the best in the business. So he would sniff out a fake story for like years ahead of time. Like the Jussie Smollett, like I don't remember if we were on there together for that one, but whenever I see stories like that, I call Ben, I'm like, I got one. Okay, like, oh, things that are way over the top. And like the stereotype of what the other side thinks the other side might think, right? Yeah, come on, have some skepticism. So Jordan, as to why she did it, I guess attention and wants to be famous and everybody's trying to get attention in like the stupidest ways these days. That's my best guess. What do you think?
That's what I thought too. So I did a video on this on my Instagram last night because I was just so enamored with the story. And I looked, Cenk, I looked extensively on different crowdfunding sites. I looked at old tweets searching her name or even key phrases. I couldn't find anything at all from that time about this attack. So if that was the play, it didn't work. But yeah, my thought was like, why go to such great lengths? Like allegedly paying someone to carve or lacerate her body and write Van Drew is a racist and Trump whore and all this stuff, buying the zip ties. Doing all of that for what? It didn't seem like she got any press. It didn't seem like she got any attention. And now she's alleged, she's facing years in prison as a consequence. So if that was the plan, even that was poorly executed. But I guess we shouldn't be surprised when allegedly she did this and she left the zip ties in the car.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange things going on lately. This one is among them. Why? What a dumb, strange thing to do. And guys, if you're thinking like, oh yeah, that'll be fun, I'll try to get everyone to hate the other side by pretending that they attacked me.